Hello everyone, this is Matthew with Evidence-Based Faith. Thank you for coming onto my channel. I'd also like to just give a shout out to all of my subscribers and to all of my new subscribers. I really do appreciate your guys' support. Today I'm going to be defending the cosmological argument for God's existence. So I'm going to go ahead and list the premises and then we'll discuss them. Premise 1, everything that begins to exist has a cause. Premise 2, the universe began to exist. Premise 3, therefore the universe has a cause. Now, the common objection to this argument is if you're saying the universe had a cause, then what caused God? But it's a misunderstanding of premise 1, because premise 1 doesn't say that everything has a cause. It says everything that begins to exist has a cause. Now, that's an important difference to understand, because of course the argument for God is that he's eternal. Therefore, premise 1 would not apply to him. It's only referring to things that begin to exist. And based on the law of cause and effect, this is exactly what we observe. We observe things that come into existence having causes. We don't observe things just popping into existence uncaused. So it would seem that premise 1 is defended. Now let's move on to premise 2. Based on the Big Bang model of the universe, we have very good scientific evidence that the universe had a beginning. Now there's a few different ways that people try and get around this. One way is by arguing for the oscillating universe, which basically says for all of eternity the universe is continuously crunching and then re-expanding. It's just that right now we happen to be on the expanding side instead of the crunch side. One of the biggest problems with this theory is that it violates the second law of thermodynamics, because with each crunch more and more energy would be lost. And then there's still the issue of what caused the first crunch. The other way people try and get around the beginning of the universe is by arguing for a multiverse, which really only pushes the issue back, because then we would have to ask what caused the multiverse. In any case, there's no real scientific evidence that there is a multiverse. The claim is that when our universe expands, it is being caused by a neighboring universe. But if that's true, then we should be able to detect it. But as of yet, we have not made that detection. So the multiverse is nothing more than an idea at this point in time. There isn't any real scientific evidence behind it. However, it would actually be more reasonable to argue for a multiverse from a theistic position. So the best evidence that we have is based on the Big Bang model, which of course is the leading theory. And it indicates very strongly that the universe had a beginning. And if it had a beginning, then it must have had a cause, since we know anything that begins to exist has a cause. But if it caused the universe, it would have to have certain attributes. The cause would have to be timeless, spaceless, and immaterial, because whatever created time, space, and matter can't be made of time, space, and matter. It would also have to be extremely powerful and personable in order to decide to create life. So then it's not a it, but rather a who. So now it would seem that both premise 1 and premise 2 are defended. This is deductive reasoning. If the premises are true, then the conclusion follows. And of course, the conclusion is premise 3, the universe had a cause, and now we know that that cause has to have certain attributes in order to cause the universe and life. And those attributes are the same attributes that people think of when they think of God. Therefore, the cause is God, and therefore God exists.